Hi, Falcons. Welcome back. I hope that you enjoyed last week's writing lesson. Today, I'm going to talk to you about two things, and one is our new sight word for this week. I wonder if you can look around and see what it is. The other thing is, we've been talking about endings for the end of our sentences and the end of our story. And so there's always something that has to go at the end. And what is it? That's right, it's a period. So today I am going to talk to you about these. Okay? Before I start, I want to give a shout out to Kendrick for his awesome writing that he's been sharing with Mr. Raymond. And then also, Harper, you did a fantastic spring poem. I just loved it. And Ella and Erie K, you guys shared your work with me and it was fantastic. I really, really appreciate seeing all your work, and so does Mrs. Dearman and Mr. Raymond. So keep up the good work, boys and girls. Okay, so parents, today's word is that, and we're getting close to the end of our sight words. We showed some ways before. I showed you to use Play-Doh. And then we have our whiteboard. If you might not have a whiteboard at home, you can kind of make one if you have a laminating machine, but most people don't. But this is still an easy way. Maybe a plastic placemat or something could work. The other thing I wanted to show you is you could just take basic construction paper and put it on. The other thing you can do is you can take it and spread it out. Then take your scissors and you can, if you don't have, say, magnet tiles or something like that. So all I'm doing here is I am cutting up all of my letters. So you can see that I've got them all cut up. And then what you can do is you can just scramble them on the table or put painter's tape on the back and put them on your fridge and have them like sort of random, and then let the kids take and try to put them in the proper order. Okay, that will just help them to recognize the word in parts and in a whole. Okay, so there's a couple hints. The other thing is, I talked about this last week, taking and cutting out some letters out of flyers or magazines and creating words with them. Most of these are the sight words, but then I also did another one because some kids are really jumping up fast. And so this one I've actually made kind of a word collection of things that they've found, full words, and some of them are still made. You can see hug, and here you can see I actually put a sentence together. Can you visit them? And put a question mark. And that's what we're going to be talking about today is the question mark. Okay, so let's move on. So I will go to my writing table here. So I'm just going to move on down and adjust this so that you can see better. Boys and girls, you might have noticed some of my words around, and you might have even noticed Pinkalicious. And then I'm just going to move this. There we go. Okay, so you can see my picture here. And in my picture, there's some interesting things. We're outside because we see sun and we see grass. And this is a deck and a house. And there's a girl on the deck. And we have here a big pool. So my sentence for today is, I'm going to start with my sight word of today, which is that. Okay? So let's spell that together. Now Mr. Raymond did that lesson with you when we put the T and the H together. So we're going to start with a capital or uppercase letter, and the T is a tall letter. So it takes the whole full two lines, okay? So the TH together, the at, that is, and we've had that sight word before, is, it, that is my, and we've done that word, M-Y, my, new. Oh, that's when we have to use the stretchy snake for. So let's stretch that out. N, ooh, new. I love, Okay, that is my new, and what is it? It's a pool. And we did that lesson as well with the two O's together. Remember to make ooh. So let's do that is my pool. Pool. That is my new pool. And we are going to put our ending, which is our period today for that particular sentence, okay? Did you like that one? Now feel free to use that picture, make your own picture. You can start with my sentence and add on your own to make a story, or you can make the whole thing up yourself, okay? Whichever way you want. Now, I'm going to start with this here that I wanted to show you is the question mark, and I put it over here. So we have endings. We have period, which is this one here. Then we have the exclamation mark. And the exclamation mark we talked about before. That's when we're writing about something we're really excited about, okay? And I'm going to give you some examples. But today I want to talk about something we haven't really done, and that is the question mark when we're asking something, okay? So it might be, do I have to do my homework? Well, yeah, I do need you to do some work at school, right? Because we can't go into our building right now. So this is what it looks like, okay? It has that dot in the end. There is a little separation there, okay? See how there's a little bit separate? All right. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to change my color, and I'm going to draw. Isn't that silly? So we can say, what is that? So that's a question, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the green. Okay. What? W. And we need that uppercase because it's the first letter in our sentence. So what is, we've had that. What is that? And that's today's word. What is that? The TH, the at. Okay, what is that? And because it's a question, we need to put our question mark at the end, okay? So it's kind of round, almost like a backward C, straight down, and then your dot. Okay, what is that? Now, I have here for you some that are done. And I'm just going to try to bring them closer so that you can see them. Okay, and I will just use this. So let's try to read these together. That, which is today's word, that dot, that dot is red. And I put a period because that's making a statement. That's just telling us something, okay? So it needs a period. This one, this one says, I love that bike. So they're so excited. Maybe it's a really fancy bike or a brand new bike. So instead of just putting a period, because we're more than telling them something, we're saying something that's so exciting. So we're going to use our exclamation mark, okay? And our last one is, oh, I started with the word is. I tried to use some of our sight words to make it easier and so that you get practice. And remember, you need to practice printing your name every day too, okay? Is that you? Oh, I made a mistake. That's supposed to be an R at the end. Is that your car? And I put a question mark. It's okay when we make mistakes. We just go back and we fix them. And that's why when we read our work over, that helps us with it, okay? And at this point, parents, really, it's not so much about the proper spelling, it's just to try and see if they can get as many of those sounds down in words that they can. And the more lessons we have with our word work and our letters and sounds and the combinations of them, the better that they will get with that. So it will come with time. They're just at the beginning stages of being a writer. Okay. So we don't want to discourage them with making it too difficult or correcting them too much. We just want to try and get them to do their best that they can and celebrate that. Okay? All right. I only think I have one thing left, and that is our big sentence. I'm not going to do our dice today because we did some other things when I showed you the cutting and the word wall and that kind of thing. Okay? So here is our big sentence. It's such a beautiful day today, boys and girls. I sure hope you can get out this weekend. Okay, here we are. So the first word is k and can. What we can we go to, that's one of our sight words. That's today's sight words. Old, old, old. That's right. This one's a huge one, but it's lighthouse. And you can be as imaginative as you want. Don't be afraid to try big words. It's okay if you don't have all the letters. And what did we do at the end? It's asking us a question. Can we go to that old lighthouse? And so because it's a question, we need that question mark at the end, okay? So I'd like you to try and do a sentence this week that has a question mark in it, okay? All right, boys and girls, have a good day, be safe, and be well. Until next time, bye-bye.